why Islamic finance has not penetrated the market, as everyone will wonder, as significantly it could have done, is very favorable financing, which has been offered by specialist conventional banks. A further factor for the lack of penetration is the Sharia-compliant structure for financing a shipbuilding, which is called, in Arabic, istisna. Transaction: the purchaser of the vessel legally changes from the ship owner, with which the shipyard agrees terms to renegotiate to an Islamic bank. When the market was good, the shipyard would use such transfer to renegotiate the contract price with the Islamic bank in their favor. So, I'll give you a little rundown before we go for ship financing, so that everyone, all the viewers, they should know what is Islamic finance concept. Because there is a myth. The people generally, some people, they say, is it just the nomenclature which has changed and comes with different name in Arabic? Or is it a real transaction, a different transaction from what we see in conventional? So the guiding principle for Islamically driven societies is a collective set of rules and laws referred to, which is called Sharia. And what is Sharia? The Sharia is a law which is driven by Islamic practice. So this applies to all aspects of the Muslim's life. Finance is not an exception. Provision of riba, which is called interest. In Arabic, it is riba, which is prohibited. Because in Islam, all incomes must be determined by the supply of work effect associated by the factors of production. If money is lent for interest, then capital is augmented without effort. So, profit and loss sharing is encourages in Islam, and Muslims to invest their money and become partners in order to share profit and risk of the business. So, however, due to commercial consideration, most of Islamic banking and most of Islamic banking products are structured so as to mirror the conventional risk and return profile as well. And ethical investing prohibits investment in sectors like gambling, alcohol, tobacco transactions, arms industries, or any pornography business. So as I said, people, they feel it is just playing with words. Important. The riba is interest on money only. Riba does not preclude a rate of return on investment. Islamic finance is sometimes said to be asset-based instead of currency-based, because money doesn't have any value unless it is transacted for a reason. So Islamic finance is sometimes, as I said, is said to be asset-based instead of currency-based. Whereas we go to conventional bank, it's a currency-based. They only know the numbers, the bottom line. An investment is structured on ownership or exchange of assets. Money is just the payment mechanism. So money plays a vital role, but is the payment mechanism. It means the banks or the equity partners and the debt providers, they both are partners, hand in hand, and they are for a cause funding these projects. That's the basic concept. An example I will just give for a home mortgage loan, how it works. Like conventional bank gives you money, you buy the house, you pay interest on the money, irrespective of whether whatever your conditions are you have signed, and your bank will go, if you default, they'll mortgage the mortgage, and then they will forfeit that, confiscate. But in Islamic, it's a musharaka, which is an arrangement. You and the bank buy the house together in partnership. You make payments that are partly rent and partly buyout of the bank. So there's a difference there. And also in Islamic, there is another system which is called muraba arrangement. The bank buys the house and sell it to you on a deferred payment schedule. So this gives you a concept of riba, whereas in Islamic finance there is no ambiguity, which is called in Arabic gharar. Wherever in any particular transaction, if there is any ambiguity, it is prohibited. There is no gharar. It should be very clear, and we know what we are doing. The unacceptability of riba is not just because money has no intrinsic value, as I said. Rather, it is intended to avoid injustice and civil discord caused by one party, which is the lender, becoming unfairly enriched at the expense of another party, the borrower. So what is gharar? As I said, defined as preventable ambiguity or uncertainty. There shouldn't be any uncertainty in business. The Western derivatives, not permitted. Subject of a contract must exist, must be specific and measurable. Extends to the fairness and validity of a contract.